Hello dear children, today we are going to study about plants around us. Dear children, if you observe all the plants around you, you can see some plants are small, some very big, while some are just patches of green on the soil. Some have green leaves, while some others have reddish ones. Some have huge red flowers. Some have tiny black ones. Based on these characters, most plants can be classified into three categories: herbs, shrubs, and trees. Plants with green and tender stems are called herbs. They are usually short and may not have many branches. For example, tomato plant, grass, etc. Some plants have the stem branching out near the base. The stem is hard but not very thick. Such plants are called shrubs. For example, rose, sunflower, etc. Some plants are very tall and have hard and thick brown stem. The stems have branches in the upper part, much above the ground. Such plants are called trees. For example, teak tree, apple tree, mango tree, etc. Plants with weak stems that cannot stand upright and spread on the ground are called creepers. For example, watermelon. Climbers are weak-stemmed plants that derive support from climbing up trees and other tall objects. Examples are grapevine, money plant, etc. Next, we are going to study about the parts of the plant. Dear children, what makes a tree stand upright? Yes, it is the shoot system of the plant. The part of the plant which grows above the soil is called the shoot system of the plant. The part of the plant which grows below the soil is called the root system of the plant. The shoot system has a stem, branches, leaves, buds, flowers, and fruits. The root system includes the roots. For the plant to grow and remain healthy, each of these parts has to carry out its function properly. Roots of plants. Roots grow deep inside the soil. They look like long ropes spread out under the soil. Roots hold the plant firmly in the soil. They also help the plant absorb water and nutrients from the soil. The roots of a plant grow below the ground. There are two types of roots, taproot and fibrous root. Then what is taproot? A single thick root that grows at the end of the stem with many smaller roots is called a taproot. Plants such as carrot and beans. Trees such as neem and mango have taproots. What is fibrous root? Many thin and small roots that grow together from the base of the stem are called fibrous roots. Plants such as wheat, rice, and grass have fibrous roots. What are the functions of the root? The roots fix the plant firmly to the soil. This ensures that plants do not get uprooted even when there are heavy rains or strong winds. Roots have hair-like structures called root hairs. They absorb minerals and water from the soil and send them to different parts of the plant. This helps the plant to grow. Some plants such as carrot, radish and beetroot store extra food in their roots. Heavy rain and strong winds wash or blow away the topsoil. This is called soil erosion. Roots hold the soil and prevent soil erosion. Roots help in making soil too. How? Over several years, they split rocks into smaller pieces which later become soil. Stem. The stem of a plant grows above the ground. The stem has branches, leaves, fruits, and flowers. What are the functions of the stem? The stem holds the plant upright. The stem supports the branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits. Water travels from the roots to the leaves through the stem. The stem also carries food made by the leaves to different parts of the plant. Thus, stem contains food and water. Some plants such as potato, ginger, onion and sugarcane store extra food in their stems. Next part is leaf. What are the parts of a leaf? The part of the leaf by which it is attached to the stem is called petiole. The broad green part of the leaf is called lamina. A thin tube-like pattern runs through the middle of the leaf and divides the leaf into two parts. It is called the main vein. This vein is called the midrib. There are a number of thinner tube-like patterns starting from the main vein. These are called side veins. The design made by veins in a leaf is called the leaf venation. If this design is net-like on both sides of midrib, the venation is reticulate venation. But in some other leaves, for example leaves of grass, the veins are parallel to one another. This is parallel venation. The veins carry water to the leaf. Children, how do you identify the root system of a plant without pulling it out of soil? By looking at the venation of the leaves, we can identify the root system of plant. Plants with leaves having parallel venation have fibrous root, and leaves having reticulate venation have taproot. The surface of a leaf has tiny holes called stomata. These holes can be seen only under a microscope. Leaves take in and give out air through the stomata. What are the main functions of leaf? Leaves make food for the plant with the help of air, water, chlorophyll, a green substance, and sunlight. This process is called photosynthesis. Therefore, the leaf is called the food factory of the plant. Food helps the plant to grow. Some plants such as mint, lettuce and cabbage store food in their leaves. Next function is transpiration. Water comes out of leaves in the form of vapor by a process called transpiration. Plants release a lot of water into the air through this process. Important part of a plant is flower. Most flowers grow into fruits. For example, the flowers on a mango tree grow into mangoes. Most fruits have seeds inside them. Some fruits such as mango and cherry have one seed. Some fruits such as apple and pear have few seeds. Some fruits such as pomegranate and papaya have many seeds. Most new plants grow from seeds. The fruit protects the seed. The seed has a baby plant. When the seed gets enough air, water and sunlight, the baby plant inside it starts to grow. What are the importance of trees? Trees are very important for us. We get food, shelter, clothing, firewood, medicines, paper and many other things from trees. Trees also keep the air fresh and clean. They cause rainfall. They prevent soil erosion by remaining fixed to the soil.